Welcome to Technology for People in a Hurry. Today, we're exploring Ray Kurzweil's The Singularity is Near, a groundbreaking vision of humanity's technological future. Subtitled When Humans Transcend Biology, this book goes beyond smartphones and gadgets to explore the essence of being human. Before we tackle the singularity itself, let's talk about the man behind the vision. Ray Kurzweil isn't just another futurist. He's a National Inventors Hall of Fame inductee, National Medal of Technology recipient, and holder of 13 honorary doctorates. He's been dubbed Thomas Edison's rightful heir by media outlets. So, when Kurzweil talks about the future, you listen. At the core of his argument is this: technology isn't just advancing, it's accelerating exponentially. And this exponential growth, powered by Moore's law, is driving us toward an event he calls the singularity. So, what's Moore's law? Let's break it down. In 1965, Intel co-founder Gordon Moore noted that microchip transistors doubled every 2 years, while computing costs halved, a trend now called Moore's law. In practical terms, it means computers get twice as powerful and half as expensive every 24 months. Your smartphone today is more powerful than the computers NASA used to land astronauts on the moon. But Kurzweil takes this idea further. He argues that exponential growth doesn't stop at microchips. It applies to all technology. Here's the catch: exponential growth is deceptive at first. It feels slow, almost invisible, like doubling a grain of rice on a chessboard. 1 grain becomes 2, then 4, then 8. But by the 64th square, the pile of rice is so massive it could bury Mount Everest. That's the trajectory Kurzweil sees for technology. Gradual at first, then, boom, a hockey stick curve straight upward. By 2045, he predicts, this curve will lead us to the singularity. So, what is the singularity? It's the moment when artificial intelligence becomes so advanced, so powerful, that it surpasses human intelligence. Machines won't just assist us, they'll innovate at levels we can't comprehend. Picture AI creating even more advanced AI in a feedback loop, driving progress at astonishing speeds. According to Kurzweil, this isn't sci-fi, it's just over 2 decades away. And the implications? They're staggering. Kurzweil believes this technological explosion will fundamentally change what it means to be human. Picture a world where biological limitations, aging, disease, even death are solvable problems, where aspects of our minds, memories, and consciousness can be uploaded, augmented, and preserved indefinitely. It's not just humans creating machines, it's humans merging with them. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds equal parts thrilling and terrifying. You're not alone. Some critics argue that Kurzweil's vision is overly optimistic or idealistic. But here's the thing: Kurzweil doesn't just dream about this future, he grounds it in decades of data, trends, and evidence. And here's the wildest part: Kurzweil doesn't stop at the singularity. He believes that this new era of intelligence, post-singularity, could pave the way for interstellar exploration. Humanity might not just transcend biology, we could transcend Earth itself, using technologies that don't even exist yet to explore the cosmos. So, why does this matter? Because whether or not Kurzweil's timeline is spot on, the trajectory of exponential growth is undeniable. The decisions we make today about ethics, governance, and how we integrate technology will shape not just the next few decades, but the future of our species. The Singularity is Near isn't just a book, it's a call to action. Kurzweil challenges us to think beyond limits, beyond biology, and into a future of limitless potential. Ready to take the leap into a world where the impossible becomes reality? Let's dive in. Let's start by exploring the driving force behind Ray Kurzweil's predictions: exponential growth. This isn't just a fancy term, it's the engine of progress that Kurzweil believes will revolutionize humanity. Central to this concept is Moore's law, which states that every 18 to 24 months, the number of transistors on a computer chip doubles. But this isn't just about chips. It's a blueprint for how technology gets faster, cheaper, and better year after year. And here's the thing about exponential growth: it's not linear. It's deceptive. Let me explain. A famous story about the invention of chess illustrates this. A king, impressed by the game, offered the inventor a reward. The inventor requested wheat, 1 grain for the first chessboard square, doubling for each subsequent square. Sounds modest, right? But by the 64th square, the number of grains needed exceeds all the grain ever harvested by humanity. That's exponential growth. It starts small, but then it skyrockets. Still not convinced? Let's look at the pond lily effect. Imagine a pond where lilies double in size every day. On day 30, the pond is completely covered, choking all life beneath it. But here's the twist. On day 29, it's only half covered. It feels like there's plenty of time then. In just one day, the ecosystem collapses. That's the double-edged sword of exponential growth. It sneaks up on you, then transforms everything before you even realize it. Kurzweil argues this isn't just theoretical, it's happening now. He points out that we now achieve the equivalent of a century's progress in just 14 years. Soon, that timeline will shrink to 7 years, then 3.5, until one day, technological progress will double within seconds. Imagine this. What humanity has achieved over thousands of years will soon be matched and then surpassed in the blink of an eye. But not everyone agrees. Many scientists push back on Kurzweil's ideas. Why? Because they're focused on the challenges within their own fields, funding shortages, technical roadblocks, unsolved problems that have persisted for decades. They struggle to see the bigger picture. Yet when you zoom out, the overall pace of technological advancement is staggering. Think about it. A few decades ago, the internet didn't exist. 15 years ago, mobile internet wasn't mainstream. Today, generative AI is reshaping creativity, business, and communication. Kurzweil stands firm. Moore's law has held true for over 50 years. Yes, there are limits. Chips can't shrink forever. But innovation doesn't stop. From new materials to quantum computing, the curve keeps climbing. And that brings us to the big idea, the singularity. Let's break it down. In math, a singularity is when rules break, like trying to divide by zero. In physics, we see it in black holes, where gravity becomes so intense that even light can't escape. It's a point where normal understanding collapses. Kurzweil borrows this concept for technology. The singularity, as he defines it, is the moment when exponential growth reaches a tipping point. It's when breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and genetics converge, creating a future so advanced, so powerful, it's beyond our comprehension. And according to Kurzweil, this isn't centuries away, it's coming by 2045. Exponential growth is already reshaping our world faster than we realize. According to Kurzweil, this trajectory leads straight to the singularity, a future that promises both unimaginable potential and profound challenges. Let's explore what that really means. All right, let's dive into the second key point from the singularity is near, the idea that humans, at their core, are algorithmic beings, and in the not-so-distant future, we may be surpassed by more advanced algorithmic intelligence. Let me start with the big question on everyone's mind. Will artificial intelligence take over human jobs? According to Kurzweil, the answer hinges on one thing: when computers surpass the computational power of the human brain. We've already discussed exponential growth in technology, so let's break down the numbers. The human brain is undeniably powerful. For instance, scientists estimate that our optic nerve processes about 10 million video signals per second. And here's the kicker. The optic nerve weighs just 0.02 of a gram, which is 1/75,000th of the brain's total weight. Using this as a benchmark, the brain's total computational power is roughly 100 trillion operations per second. To account for the advanced things our brains can do, let's multiply that by 10,000. That gives us 1 quintillion operations per second. Now, where are we with today's computers? Supercomputers are already reaching that number. Yes, you heard that right, machines have caught up. I can already hear the skeptics, but humans are creative. We have emotions, intuition, and the ability to innovate. Computers are just tools, fast calculators designed to serve us. And hey, I get it. That argument held water, until recently. In 2016, AlphaGo shocked the world by defeating top human Go players like Lee Sedol and Ku Jie. Go isn't just a game of calculations, it's about intuition, strategy, and creativity. Yet AlphaGo mastered it, proving that machines can replicate what we once thought required a uniquely human touch. And it didn't stop there. Generative AI has arrived in full force, creating text, images, videos, and even music with creativity that rivals or sometimes surpasses our own. These systems aren't just following instructions, they're creating within their frameworks. Think about self-driving cars. For years, we said, only humans can drive. Computers can't handle unpredictable scenarios. Yet here we are with cars that navigate traffic, adapt to road conditions, and make split-second decisions, all without a human behind the wheel. So, let me ask you, what's left that humans can do that machines can't? The reason computers are closing this gap lies in their design. Like the human brain, computers process information algorithmically. And while you might say, but we have emotions. Science has shown that emotions are just electrical signals and chemical reactions in the brain. Anger? That's hormones activating neural pathways. Love? That's oxytocin and dopamine at work. If emotions are processes, there's no reason a sufficiently advanced computer couldn't simulate them. Here's the wild part. With exponentially greater computational power, those simulations could become more intricate than anything we experience as humans. Kurzweil argues that humanity's defining trait is pattern recognition. It's what allows us to see connections, organize thoughts, and innovate. It's the reason we've climbed to the top of the biological food chain. But machines are learning this too, and they're getting frighteningly good at it. Take models like GPT-4. These systems analyze vast datasets, identify patterns, and produce outputs that feel human. While it may look like they're thinking or organizing themselves, it's all happening through incredibly advanced algorithmic design. The line between human-like and machine-made is already blurring. Here's the hard truth. Computers operate on more efficient, scalable algorithms than we do. They don't get tired. They don't need breaks. And they learn at a speed that's incomprehensible to us. As these systems evolve, the boundaries of what's considered uniquely human are being pushed further and further. As machines evolve, the line between human and machine intelligence grows blurrier by the day. Kurzweil pushes us to confront an unsettling reality. What defines us as humans when algorithms surpass our capabilities? All right, let's dive into the third and final key idea from the Singularity is near, the concept that once humanity reaches the singularity, algorithmic intelligence will advance so far that we could dominate the entire universe. Bold claim, right? Let's unpack it step by step. If we accept that computers will surpass human intelligence, we're left with one massive philosophical question. What's next for humanity? Will we coexist with machines, or will they replace us entirely? Kurzweil has a unique vision for this future, dividing human history into 6 transformative stages, each defined by a revolutionary leap in how information is processed and shared. First, the physical and chemical phase. This is the lifeless world, where information was exchanged through slow, inefficient chemical reactions. Think of early Earth, where changes unfolded over tens of thousands of years. Not much action here. The second stage is the biological and DNA phase. Life appears, and DNA becomes the vehicle for transmitting information. Efficiency skyrockets compared to the first stage. Suddenly, Earth is teeming with life, evolving and reshaping its environment. The third stage brings us to the human brain. Around 50,000 years ago, humans emerged, bringing an explosion of information and innovation. Humanity began altering the planet in ways no other species could. Now, the fourth stage is where we are today, the era of artificial intelligence. While the human brain has remained largely unchanged for hundreds of thousands of years, computers have advanced exponentially. Remember, the Apollo mission computers were laughably weak compared to today's smartphones. That kind of rapid progress is why AI is already outperforming us in many areas of information processing. And here's where it gets fascinating, the fifth stage. Kurzweil calls it the era of human-machine civilization. It's the integration of human intelligence with artificial intelligence. This is where the singularity fundamentally transforms what it means to be human. By the 2030s, Kurzweil predicts that computers will not only match but surpass the computational power of the human brain. At that point, it could become possible to upload our minds, our thoughts, memories, even our consciousness, into a digital format. Imagine your entire identity existing as software. If your physical body fails, you don't die, you transfer to a new body, which could be artificial or entirely virtual. Death, as we know it, might become a thing of the past. And that brings us to the sixth stage, the awakening of the universe. If we're entirely digital beings, interstellar travel becomes a whole new game. Kurzweil envisions nanorobots leading the charge. Picture this: nanorobots traveling to other planets, carrying the building blocks of human life encoded within them. Upon arrival, these robots replicate exponentially. In mere minutes, they could construct a new body, your new body, ready to house your consciousness. How do these robots get to other planets? Kurzweil speculates about advanced technologies like light-speed travel or even wormholes. If nanorobots can travel near the speed of light or through wormholes, they could reach distant planets in a fraction of the time we currently imagine. Once there, they set up shop, replicate, and prepare to upload human consciousness transmitted at light speed from Earth. Essentially, you'd wake up on another planet, completing an interstellar journey without leaving your digital comfort zone. And that's just the beginning. Kurzweil envisions humanity, or whatever humanity becomes, spreading across the universe. Over millennia, we could expand to every corner of existence. This, he calls the awakening of the universe, a future where human intelligence, augmented, digital, and limitless, becomes the ultimate force shaping reality. All right, we've reached the end of this incredible journey through the singularity is near. Let's take a moment to reflect on the mind-bending ideas we've explored together. First, we unpacked the unstoppable force of exponential growth. Thanks to Moore's law, we're hurtling toward a future where technology crosses a game-changing threshold, the singularity. And here's the jaw-dropping part. This could happen as soon as the year 2045. That's not some far-off sci-fi fantasy. It's within the lifetime of many watching right now. A future that promises to shatter every assumption about what's possible. Next, we examined what it truly means to be human in this tech-driven evolution. Kurzweil doesn't sugarcoat it. Biologically, we're algorithms. And as machines continue to outpace our biological systems, our physical forms may give way to something far more advanced. This isn't just about AI taking over jobs, it's about machines enhancing and, perhaps, surpassing human life itself. Finally, we ventured into the ultimate frontier, humanity's transformation into a digital civilization. Imagine merging with machines, digitizing consciousness, and achieving immortality. But it doesn't end there. Kurzweil envisions interstellar exploration on a scale we've never dared to dream. With nanorobots preparing the way and our digitized minds traveling near the speed of light, humanity could expand beyond Earth, leaving a legacy that reshapes the very cosmos. This isn't just a book about technology, it's a bold manifesto for the future of existence itself. It challenges us to rethink what it means to be human, to embrace change, and to dream on a scale we've never imagined before. As we wrap up, ask yourself, are you prepared for a future where the lines between human and machine blur? Where we're no longer limited by biology, or even by the confines of Earth? Because that future isn't far away, it's closer than we think. And whether we fear it or embrace it, it's coming. What will you do? Will you embrace the singularity or let it pass you by? It's a decision each of us must consider as this future approaches. If you found this video thought-provoking, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of the ideas shaping our future. Let's keep the conversation going together. We can prepare for what's coming.